Hi everybody. Here are those expressions from last night. Now the first is, help yourself. Help yourself. If you're in somebody's house and you wanted a glass of water, they might tell you, you go do it. They say, help yourself. Even in a public place, a server in a restaurant might tell you to go get your own napkins. Help yourself. Here the P moves over, the Y acts as a soft sound. It's a little strange, sometimes hard, sometimes soft. So here you'd hear, help yourself, help yourself. Somebody suggests that you do something you really wouldn't do, really don't want to do. You say, I wouldn't touch that food. It's not that you don't touch, it means I wouldn't do. And anybody could go, I wouldn't touch that food, I wouldn't touch that book, I wouldn't touch Jim's class. I wouldn't, and here, because there are two T's, this T usually goes away. I wouldn't touch, I wouldn't touch. If you're surprised by what somebody is doing or wants to do, you might start off by going, why in the world would you do that? Why in the world are you eating that food? Why in the world would you want to go there? And here the Y acts as a little bit of a hard sound, so it moves over. You hear, why in the world? Why in the world? Why in the world? Why in the world would you go to Jim's class? Well, of course, I would tell them, you can't go wrong. You can put anything up here. You, he, she, it, my friends. Because if you really are doing the right thing, you tell people you can't go wrong by going to Jim's class. You can't go wrong by eating that food. It's emphasizing that it's a good thing to do. The T is often not spoken. It sounds like can. Remember, can is the yes. That's it. Can. This is I can go. I can go wrong by going to Jim's class. If we're talking about something and I want you to not have it be difficult, sometimes when students are talking, have a question, they start adding a lot of things. Keep things simple. Let's keep it focused on one thing. So keep things simple. And we have two S's. So English, I can't keep things simple in English. It's complicated. So this S won't get sound. One will disappear. I'll go, keep things simple, keep things simple, keep things simple. If you're asking somebody's opinion, before I think we had it with what do you say, that's pretty much the same meaning. And this, remember, is that soft D sound. So, why in the world would you go to Jim's class? What do you think? Should you go someplace else? What do you think? What do you think? What do you think? Now, if somebody's doing something or suggesting something you think is really wrong or crazy or silly and you don't want to know about it, please stop telling me, well, I'm not going to ask what you're doing because I don't want to know. I'm not going to ask. I'm not going to ask. I'm not going to ask. Now, down in the bottom here, you'll see very often going to is not going to. It becomes gonna. So you could say, I'm not gonna ask. I'm not gonna ask. Remember, this is low. So I'm not gonna ask. If you're at home in the morning and you're in a real rush and you're not going to eat breakfast, you might tell someone else there, well, I can't eat now. I'll eat on the way. That means from here to where you're going. If you're going to the airport to travel and you need to buy something, you say, I'll buy it on the way to the airport. I'll eat on the way to school. I'll call my friend on the way to work. Okay, guys, I'll see you in the next class.